Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about another pattern of IP address, and that is IPv4. This is also one kind of one protocol that we are using to assign IP addresses. And here our second protocol to assign IP address, and this is IPv6. That means Internet Protocol version 6. So what is IPv6? Now, as per the computer technology, computing systems and networking topology growing fast, then there are so many requirement generated by the system provider as well as the users. So we have to change something, and that's why we have to change the pattern of IP address allocating in a system. And IPv6, that is the newest version of IP protocol. IPv6 is the newest version of IP protocol. IPv6 was developed to overcome many deficiencies in IPv4. Unlike IPv4, which has only about 4.3 billion available addresses. That means IPv4 provides 4.3 billion different addresses, but still there is a requirement to change, to increase the addressing, right? So we can analyze that there are so many availability of different systems and devices. These devices are come into market, come into our daily life, routine life. All the devices, these are connected with mobile or network. It have a particularly IP address. That's why we have to upgrade the scheming. IPv6 allows for 3.4 into 10 raised to power of 38 addresses. So there is a big amount, large address spaces. IPv6 uses 128-bit address. IPv4 uses 32-bit, while here 128, which means that for each person on the earth there are I cannot understand what is the figure addresses. There are so many tremendous large number of addresses available in IPv6. Enhanced security. IPv6 that is a part of protocol, and that is inbuilt protocol, so security can be enhanced. Header improvement. IPv6 is simpler than IPv4. No need to NAT, network address translation. In IPv4 address scheme, we have to translate the IPv address from MAC address to network address. There is no need to regenerate or NAT device. Stateless address auto configure. IPv6 can be auto configure. Now, what is the address format of IPv6? Now here, that is a 128-bit IPv6 address, 8 groups of 16-bit hexadecimal number separated by colon. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. In IPv4 we have 4 different groups. In IPv6 we have total 8 different groups, and all 8 different groups have 16-bit, but here we have to use the hexadecimal number system to represent our single value, and all the group separated by column. Here one technique we can use: if we have multiple zeros from the 4th part to 7th part, there are zeros, then we can reduce the zero. Leading zero can be removed, and the new updated IP address is like 3FFE 85B 1F1F and twice a colon. That means there are zeros, and A9 A1 2 3 4. This is the IP address, and we remove all the leading zeros. We cannot omit the trailing zeros. Got it? Okay. So colon, double, twice a colon, scope resolution is equal to all 0 in one or more group of hexadecimal numbers. So this is the IPv6 address format. IPv6 address shortening, that means we have to omit the 0. A leading 0 can be omitted like as the previous one. Successive fields of zeros can be represented with 2 colons. Say here 23400000004000. So second, third and fourth part have multiple zeros, so we can write 2340 and twice a column, 2 column. Note, you can shorten an IP address this way only for one such occurrence. This reason is obvious. If you had more than occurrence of double colon, you would not know how many sets of 0 were being omitted from each part. So I will simplify that. We can use this double colon once in a shortening technique, right? If there are so many zeros available here and zeros also available here, so we have to write these zeros like this. Got it? Header comparison, if we compare the header part of IPv4 and IPv6, so IPv4 had 20 byte header and here 40 byte of address. Another one, IPv6 ID, flags, flagos, TOS, H alien, header, checksum, these are the removed in IPv6. There are some changes: total length, protocol and TTL. These are the changes in IPv4 and 6. Added traffic class and flow level. Traffic class and flow level are two new versions, new parameters are added in IPv6, and this is expanded from 32 bit to 128 bits. Now, types of IPv6 address, these are the unicast, anycast, multicast. Unicast, that means represent a single interface. Packets addressed to unicast address are delivered to a single interface only. Anycast identifies one or more interface. For an example, servers that support the same function can use the same unicast IP address. Packets sent to that IP address are forwarded to the nearest server. So it is used to make a load balancing. Anycast and multicast represent a dynamic group of hosts, any IP address. Major improvements of IPv6 address, that means no option field, no header checksum and no fragmentation at intermediate nodes. What are the new features available in IPv6? Routing, fragmentation, authentication, encapsulation, hop by hop options, destination options. These are the new features available in IPv6 address. Now, stateless addressing and auto configuration, that means 3 ways to configure network interface: manually, stateful and stateless. IPv6 address separated into 2 parts: network ID and interface ID. There is some comparison between IPv4 and IPv6. So IPv4 32 bit, IPv6 128 bit. 128 bits. IPv4 separated by dot and that is separated by colon. There are 5 different classes: A, B, C, D, E. In IPv6, no classes available. IPv4 has a limited number of IP address, a large number of IP address. IPv4 supports DHCP, Dynamic Host Configure Protocol, right? It supports manually, DHCP, auto configure and renumbering. IPv4 4 billion different addresses and generates 340 undecillion unique addresses. IPv4 security depends on the application. Here security is based on IPv6 addressing. Here, to define the IPv4 address, we are using decimal number system, and here we are using hexadecimal number system. Fragmentation is done by the sender and forwarding router. Fragmentation is done by sender only. Checksum field in IPv4, while checksum field is not available in IPv6. IPv4 can broadcast. IPv6 is multicasting, which provides efficient network operations. It has a 4 octet and here 8 different fields. So students, this comparison may help you to understand what is the IPv4 and what is the IPv6. Okay students, thank you so much.